It doesn't matter what year you are. I'm head of the associates. If I give you an assignment, you do it.
Hey, everybody. This is your daily dose of all things royal. Once again, it looks like Meghan is manifesting. We have seen many articles this week of Meghan feeling left out of the coronation plan. So what best thing to do is put out some more puff pieces. And in this article, let me read you the madness of what is coming out of the United States. More specifically, probably coming out of Montecito, California. So the title of this story is A Father's Shocking Choice. King Charles III tries to mend the rift with Prince Harry, but creates a new one with Prince William in the process. Like, In Touch really knows what's going on with the royal family. Come on now. It's not a secret that Meghan leaks stories directly to this particular publication. So when you listen to this article, you can hear the desperation and how they are pushing out a narrative onto the American public, thinking that we're going to believe this garbage. So they begin to write and say, it's the question royal courtiers and the public have been asking for months. When King Charles III is formally crowned as Britain's sovereign on May 6, will his estranged son Prince Harry and the Duke of Sussex's wife, Meghan Markle, be within the hallowed halls of Westminster Abbey to witness the historic coronation? In an interview with ITV host Tom Bradby that aired on January 8th, Harry, who was promoting his bombshell-filled memoir, Spare, at the time, was non-committal. In quotes, it says, "There's a lot that can happen between now and then," Harry teased, "but the door is always open. The ball is in their court." Now, with barely 2 months to go, the new king has made a decision. In Touch has learned that Charles, despite being hurt by the criticism and the revelations Harry laid bare in Spare, is extending an olive branch, oh God, this tree, this poor tree, to his younger son during the symbolic celebration of his new reign, much to elder son and heir Prince William's dismay. Notice that In Touch doesn't say where they learned this information from. There are going to be fireworks at King Charles's coronation, all right. He not only has he decided to invite Harry, but he's pushing William to the side, spills a palace insider. Red flag right here. There is no palace insider in the UK at this moment that would go ahead and talk against Prince William and the King of England in this manner by making such bold statements. So a palace insider very well could be Meghan and Harry, because theoretically they are palace insiders. Also, no palace insider in the UK currently is really familiar with In Touch Weekly, considering that it is a US publication, not a global publication. Harry and Meghan will have a major role in the ceremony at Westminster Abbey. On top of that, Charles, whom Harry has accused of being tight with his fortune, has decided to bestow a huge gift to the Sussexes. Get out of here. Can we be a little bit more obvious? This whole entire week, we've been bombarded with articles of people saying that Meghan feels excluded from the planning of the coronation. Well, how coincidental now this article comes out, which is a magazine that Meghan is connected to, saying that they will be playing a major role and will be receiving a sizable gift. Now, who else thinks in terms of money and material things? Only Meghan. Only Meghan. It may come as a shock to some, but Charles has his reasons for wanting to rebuild the bridges Harry burned. The king is choosing Harry over William for a reason. Yeah, all right, whatever. It has been nearly 3 years since Harry stepped back as a working royal and moved to America. This makes his presence at his father's coronation unprecedented. At first, it was believed Harry wouldn't wear a coronet and robe, as other senior royals and peers of the realm have done, explains the insider. But now he may. It was also believed only William, as direct heir, will pay homage to the 74-year-old king by touching his crown and kissing Charles' right cheek. But Charles could decide to have Harry do the same, adds the insider. I'm going to pause here for a second and say that this definitely sounds like a plan that Harry and Meghan's team are pushing out there for him to have a role because they are realizing that this is going to be a significant part of history. And they don't want to miss being a part of the action. We know that Meghan and Harry have time and time again used the media to put pressure onto the family. I don't know when they're going to get the hint that it's not working, but right now this is looking pretty desperate and pathetic. Anyhow, I continue. Some view all of this as a slap in the face to William. That's not all. Harry, 38, and Meghan, 41, may even get front row seats. And by the way, there are slight digs in this article towards William and Catherine, such as the article doesn't call her Catherine, they call her Princess Kate. Now, we know from the book Spare, and we know from Meghan, who's always choosing to call Catherine by the nickname Kate because she knows how much Catherine doesn't like it. They do it here in this article. So again, I see fingerprints leading all the way back to Montecito on this article. That's not all. Harry and Meghan may even get front row seats, just as close to the action as William, 40, and wife Kate Middleton, 41. There are rules and strict traditions in place, but both are made to be broken, notes the insider. And who else is so gung-ho and a fan of breaking rules? Meghan, right? After all, though, Buckingham Palace confirmed that Charles's coronation ceremony will be rooted in long-standing traditions and pageantry. Palace aides months ago revealed that it will be far shorter, less grand, more diverse, and feature a smaller guest list than the late Queen's coronation in 1953. Now, you notice in this instance, they said Buckingham Palace stated, meaning that what they were reciting actually is verifiable. Family fallout. Charles's decision has left family members stunned. William is flabbergasted, said the insider. So he's made a deal with the devil, Camilla. He wants his father's former mistress turned queen consort 75 to talk some sense into Charles, explains the insider. Now, who had a bone to pick with Camilla? That would be Harry. So to write something like this, as insulting as it is something that Harry would do, considering, look at what he had said in his book. The so-called palace insider continues, explains the insider. That comes with a price. William knows that by asking her to do this, he will owe her one day. That day could come tomorrow or 5 years down the road. Camilla never forgets and will always cash in on a favor, especially one from William. Harry has already warned the world about Camilla, writing in Spare about her 2005 marriage to Charles. He admitted he had complex feelings about gaining a step-parent who, he believed, had not only broke up his own parents' marriage, but traded information about him for more favorable coverage in the UK. He admitted he actually wanted Camilla to be happy in her second marriage because that way maybe she'd be less dangerous. He also accused Camilla and Charles of leaking a story that claimed Meghan had made Kate cry over a bridesmaid dress fitting, when he and Meghan have insisted that opposite had happened. My God, let it go, Meghan. Just let it go. Nobody believes that Kate made you cry. The article then goes on to say, everyone knows Camilla stabbed Harry and Meghan in the back. Harry wrote about it in Spare. So she's not above questionable behavior, says the insider. She likes to stir the pot too. Seems she's been doing so since the beginning of time. William is hardly alone in his unhappiness. Kate is also livid. Meghan is getting her way. She and Harry have won another battle, says the insider. And there you go, folks. There is the jealousy, the petty jealousy between Meghan and Kate. Meghan cannot stand that Catherine is going to be also a focal point at this coronation. So she's going to do whatever she can to put not only Catherine down, but also put William down as well. William, in theory, for Meghan, is public enemy number one. She can't stand William because he was the first one to really call out her BS, and she has not forgotten about that. We all know how Meghan likes to hold on to those grudges. Kate has even threatened to not attend the coronation, although everyone knows she's just bluffing. This is so hilarious. Like, does anybody actually believe that? No. Royal manipulation. There's another bitter pill William and Kate have to swallow. Charles has decided to gift Harry and Meghan a $12 million apartment at Kensington Palace too, says the insider. Looks like someone's manifesting because they're going broke and can't afford a 16-bathroom Olive Garden castle in Montecito. So why is Charles going out of his way to appease Harry? Even with the king's reputation for being cold, the insider says Charles feels guilty and partly responsible for Harry's pain growing up without his mother, Princess Diana. Everyone seems to leave off the fact that William also grew up without his mother. Even though he was 2 years apart from Harry, he still was a very young boy. Despite everything that happened, Charles loves Harry and wants him in his life, even if it's just for a few weeks or months during the year. Here we go, guys. Half in, half out, manifesting. Let's not forget that Harry is on a visa here in the United States, so he needs to go back to the UK and spend some time there. So all of this sounds very much strategically placed in the media. Of course, Charles has the ulterior motive as well. He knows hundreds of pages from Spare were cut out, and Harry could cash in with another book, says the insider. If Charles doesn't play ball, Harry can do even more damage to the royal family and the monarchy with a second book. As the saying goes, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. This is so right on brand for the Sussexes. I mean, what better way to end this article than by putting out a pseudo-extortionist threat or blackmail statement here that he's got 100 pages that he has cut out. Come on now. Like, how stupid do they think the public is? Well, actually, they still think the American public has not woken up to the nefarious behaviors of these two, especially surrounding that Archwell public charity they have going on there. There is absolutely no truth to this article. And if these two are pulling this game of where they're going to think that putting these kinds of articles out into the media is going to push the monarchy into doing what they want, once again, they're going to be sadly disappointed. Sorry, Megs. Nice try. Save your money next time. The public's not buying it anymore. Anyhow, what do you guys think? As always, leave your comments below. I will be back soon with more content, but until then, please be safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye!
I was such a fraud.